Hey, welcome to today's daily sprint. We're talking about increasing our purpose, passion, and meaning. And then today, we're talking about increasing our belief. So how can we use doubt to increase our belief? If you've turned into these daily sprints before, you're always hearing me say, you want to move away from doubt, move away from people that doubt you. Well, how can we use doubt to increase our belief? I'm going to share a couple things in my personal life that I have used doubt to increase my belief. And it's all about being curious. So if you're curious, keep watching. So number one would be, my mom used to tell me this a lot, and she'd say, Jesse, 80% of small businesses fail. I don't know if you should open this gym. What's your exit strategy? And she's just loving me. She didn't want me to fail in my business and have to live out of a cardboard box and eat in the soup kitchen and so forth. So what I did is I dove into, okay, what is the 20% doing? Because that's a true stat. That's a lot of doubt. Like if you're trying to go all in, I had to mortgage my house, my wife's wedding ring at the time. This loan shark that loaned money for me to open these gyms. Dude, it was all or nothing. It was crazy. So I went to the 20%. I didn't want to talk to the 80% that were failing. I went to the 20% and found that there are key characteristics that they have. Another time in my life is it's only 3% of people that join MLM companies reach the elite ranks. Elite rank being defined as 6 figures or more. So about 10 grand a month or more is what they're making. So I was like, Erica, why would you ever get in an MLM? It's got a 97% failure rate. She's like, yeah, you got into a small business. It was an 80% failure rate. You got to be curious. Well, what are the 3% doing? Are they just lucky? Did they not need the money? What was it that the 3% or the 20% are doing? And it's funny because I found overlap. So in a small business, and the reason that a small business or a brick and mortar has a higher success rate than MLM, number one is the buy-in. You can buy into an MLM for $50. It's very tough to take a business serious and treat it as a business for $50. If you're buying into a Subway or a gym or a brick and mortar, you're going to be in debt several $100,000 that you're going to owe to a bank. You're going to have personal guarantees. So you're risking more, so you treat it more like a business. So that's the number one reason why those percentages are very, very skewed. Now, if you look at the percentage of the people that buy high-end MLMs that buy in for $1,200, $5,000, $10,000 plus, there's not many MLMs that have that high buy-in, but there are some, then you're going to see a lot higher success rates because, again, they have a lot more reason to treat it like a business. But anyway, what did I find from my doubt in looking at these 20% or 3%ers? These are the characteristics that they have. One, they needed the business to be profitable. They had kids to feed, they had bills to pay. In my case, I had a loan shark to pay it off. It wasn't just a desire. It wasn't just like, hey, we'll give this thing a try. It was all or nothing for them. Number two, I mentioned this earlier, they bought in high. So there's a high correlation when you buy in high, when you have more skin in the game, you've heard that term before, then you tend to run a more successful business because you tend to focus on it because you want to get a return on your investment. And number three, they plug into team meetings and events. Anytime Fitness, I used to own Anytime, they had statistics and it was irrefutable. People that went to their events made 20% or maybe more than owners that didn't go to the events. They actually would try their best to make you go to the events because they wanted you to be successful. So that is how you can use doubt. So if someone's ever doubting and giving you stats and whatnot, let that doubt feed you. Lee Strobel, if you look at his story, he was a very anti-Christian journalist, and he went because he had so much doubt about Christianity. So he went to just really put the nail in the coffin because his wife was a pretty devout Christian. And he actually, in his research, in his fact finding, actually became a very, very devout Christian himself. But it started with that doubt and his ability to be curious and investigate it. So doubt without curiosity is not going to get you anywhere. Doubt with curiosity is going to take you to the next level. I'd love to hear your comments on this. You have a great growth-driven rest of your week.